It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From AT&T Center in San Antonio, tonight, the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Washington Wizards. It's Spurs basketball to get this one going. Underway in Texas. Here's a chance from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Wall, guarded by Jakob Poeltl. LaMarcus Aldridge, snatching it out of the air. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
And he connects on the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. It's DeRozan. To Murray. Aldridge. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Wall into the front court. Down by 1. To Anthony. Tight space with the crossover. Anthony knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
Spurs have it.
Here we go. I got ball. I got ball.
DeJounte Murray to DeRozan. Beyond the arc for 3. That's how you defend. Anthony to Wall. Rocking the rim.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Murray with it. 5-point game. DeRozan. DeJounte Murray. 5 to shoot for San Antonio. To DeRozan. 4-3. And DeMar DeRozan, zero hesitation, pulls the trigger on the 3.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Wall. And a chance coming up at the line.
Yo, Ed, how's that saying go? Fool me once, you used up the free pass. You know how they're calling this one. Ease up on the aggressive plays on the ball.
Andre Iguodala, couple of free throws on the way. 71% for his career. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Right back to you.
It's DeRozan controlling the offense. Here comes the screen. Fires the 3. Oh, that's how it's done.
It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble, off a quick pass, or off an ISO. When the ball's in this young player's hands, something just feels right.
Into the front court. It's Wall. Leads 1. To Anthony. Down for Iguodala. Oh, nice find for the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Murray into the front court. They're down 3. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Message received. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
I got ball. I got ball.
from long range. Great defense, forcing the miss. From the painted area, won't go down. Now a pass stolen by the Spurs. Screen coming. Fires the three. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Wizards with the basketball. Jakob pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Murray into the front court. It's 14-12. Curling inside. Deep two there, won't go.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Now whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
We know what's coming. Go get it. Substitutions. San Antonio. Entering the game.
Beal matched up with DeJounte Murray. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's DeRozan, the rebound. Right now, San Antonio's possession. DeJounte Murray sizing up Beal. Cashes in for two.
This game is so mental. Trust me. Some nights you get poor effort defensively. You can't make any shots. Then you see the ball go in. Boom. Switch turned on.
Ish Smith. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Andre Iguodala at the line for two shots. He's perfect from the line so far. First free throw is good.
For San Antonio Spurs, number 77.
Able to convert on both free throws. And that one.
Yeah, baby, here we go.
Substitutions, Washington. Substitutions, San Antonio.
San Antonio with the basketball.
Oh, yeah, me and you.
To Patty Mills. Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
To Thomas. For three. Rebound comes to Aldridge. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. He hits.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
I got ball.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
San Antonio ball. Lets it fly from long range. Not easy.
Well, there you have it. The defense just took notice of this young player on that previous shot. Guarantee you they won't leave him open next time.
Thomas with the basketball. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Layup goes down. Well done.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Thomas. Beyond the arc for three. Now that's a contest. Thomas into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. 4-3. And Isaiah Thomas on an island takes advantage for three.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Fires the three. Well defended. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Time expires to end the first half. The Wizards way out in front.
The Wizards have a comfortable lead at the halfway mark, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Washington Wizards. The Spurs are down at halftime and in need of some momentum.
Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments.
Have a look at the leading scorers for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The San Antonio Spurs have been too soft once the opposition has gotten the ball into the paint. Even worse, they refuse to tighten up and make a difference about it.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. It's Washington with the basketball. Ish Smith to Wall. Jakob Poeltl with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Rebound taken by Wall. Trying to take it all the way, but it's no good.
When I hear these excuses after games, when coaches are at podium saying, it's hard for us to find our energy back, we couldn't find our aggression back, I wonder whose fault that is, Coach.
Isaiah Thomas, defended by DeMar DeRozan. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oh, had him going there for a second. To Patty Mills. DeRozan. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop, because honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
Wizards have it. Wall to Anthony. Isaiah Thomas. Now 3 for 9.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Deep left corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Look, the reality is some players have it and some players don't. There's a reason why they call him the one.
Into the front court comes Wall. His team up by 7. Not today.
And Ed, these are the kind of games that haunt you when you're on your team bus and you're scrolling through social media and you see all the memes being made about you, all the clips being done about all your missed shots. That can only get you motivated to get back in the gym and get ready for the next one.
Off the mark. Well contested.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Screen coming. Ish Smith to Wall. Off the assist.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Mills in possession. His guys down by 9. To DeRozan. From long range. DeMar DeRozan. He's going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 82%. First one goes down. Second to 3. Got it. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. To Anthony. Iguodala, guarded by Murray. Anthony to Wall. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Anthony goes to the left side. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
This always happens. You knock down a lot of shots in the first half, and in the second half, you start to lose your rhythm. You need to have the legs. Shoot at the pinnacle of that jumper.
To Murray. DeRozan. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Ish Smith. Matched up with DeRozan. That's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Washington basketball. Wall. Able to convert inside.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Murray with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here comes the screen. Oh, bad pass. Taken away by the Spurs.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Whistle stops play. Timeout for Washington as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitute.
Substitutions, San Antonio. Stepping in for Washington.
For 3. No good. That's great defense. Ish Smith. Down low Anderson. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Thomas across the timeline. They lead it. 4-point game. Now a pass stolen by the Spurs.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Rejected.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. Putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Rudy Gay. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw up and good. A 3-point play. It's back to a 1-point game. Iguodala to bring it up. Looking to make something happen is Smith. Here's a chance from long range. Won't go down. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
From the coach about what defense they're in and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
From the outside, no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Thomas, and a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Thomas. Has a look. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. And throws it down.
Hey, look, this is a new wave. If a young cat catches you sleeping on the wrong night, it's definitely going to get 1 million+ views the next day.
Ish Smith to Thomas. Here comes the screen. Isaiah Thomas picked up by Bellinelli. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Iguodala to bring it up. His team up by 1. Lets it fly from long range. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
And scores. Strong take.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Ish Smith, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. Cleans it up. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Wizards at the controls. Ish Smith. Surveys. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Nice pass to set things up.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Iguodala to bring it up. Our score all even here in the 4th quarter. Ish Smith, and there's the whistle. Neither player giving up an inch. We have a tie-up. After the tie-up, they'll throw it up and see who gets the possession. To Aldridge. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Gets it in the left corner. He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. Spurs will take the timeout as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner. Beyond the arc for three. That misses with 3 seconds left. Time expires. This game is all tied up. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Overtime begins, and away we go. There it is, John Wall. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Aldridge can't connect. Oh, and a putback.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Wizards with the basketball. To Anthony. Take stock of the floor. Add 2 points to the board.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year. Averaged around 16 a game. The lowest total of his 15-year career. Wow.
The drive, right to the basket. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
He throws it down. Now whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Shifting gears, here come some substitutions. To DeRozan, 4-3. And DeMar DeRozan still able to get it to go down after the closeout.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
To Wall. Jakob Poeltl able to recover with the block. That's his 3rd block this evening. Anthony.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Trying to cash in. Hurdle shot, no good.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
To Anthony. Down low to Smith. Oh, he had it. Here comes the screen to Rudy Gay. To Murray. The Spurs with 4 in the shot clock. Fires the 3. Rudy Gay up to the challenge. Hits the 3.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
Got it. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul. Now an intentional foul. That'll be free throws with 20 seconds left to go. And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Now the Wizards going to take the timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. The Spurs have the board. And now they'll wrap him up with the intentional foul. That'll be free throws with 16 seconds left. First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. It's Washington with the basketball. Lays it up and in. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. LaMarcus Aldridge swats it. It's the Spurs who are victorious as they win it in overtime. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Spurs were successful in overtime, earning a solid win. It was a remarkable game for the way it ended, but it was also a terrific game overall. I'm glad to have been a part of it. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the San Antonio Spurs. The Wizards
just couldn't close this one out.
They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Washington Wizards.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming matchups for the San Antonio Spurs. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.